Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Vivi OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello, Dashy. Hello, Dashy. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Become a member, join Patreon, and raythex.eth domain name. So there's a couple things to go over today. We'll start with Grumpy Cat real quick, just before we get into the Vivi and OMI stuff, just because on Grumpy Cat there was a nice $2,000 buy today from a buddy of mine. So there is... One buddy of mine has like 2.5 trillion, maybe 3 trillion. And then another buddy of mine has 4 trillion. I think the other buddy of mine that happened to go and purchase recently has, he's in the top 10 wallets. One of my friends in the top 20, the other is in the top, he's got 4.34 trillion, absolutely bananas. He's in the top 9 wallets. There's going to be multiple things with that going on in the next week. Anyway, moving on from that. OMI today on the day, let's take a look at what that has been doing. OMI's down about 0.5% at $663,000 in volume. We are at 000593. So we are sticking below that 0006 number. That how long do we stay down here? Can we go down further? I don't know. If we do go down to, let's say, 0055, I will get a little more, obviously, because I just spent a butt ton of money on those number 41 logos. I have next to no money left. But on the day, nothing really to write home about. XRP up 1%, and Dogecoin up another 10% on the day, which is heckin' wild, especially considering they were up 8% yesterday. There's a lot of speculation that what Elon might do with X, or Twitter, which is now X, is that he will go and use Dogecoin in the Twitter ecosystem, which I think, or the X ecosystem, which is a really big boon for Dogecoin. But outside of that, the only thing that was up or down more than 1% today was XRP. So we do have OMI really kind of getting outperformed, really kind of getting beat by the top 10 of the rest of the market. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of OMI, someone that is notorious for being a bear, God's Entry says that all we need is we'll get to around 5 cents over in the bull market. Says exchanges and utility should do the trick. Now, when that happens, he didn't say, obviously he wouldn't know, but he didn't make any predictions on that. The first part of utility should be done this year. If it's not, something's really wrong, but that should be done this year, the first part, if not the first couple parts of utility. How much utility do we need before we get on exchanges? I have no idea. But I would say some people were salty yesterday that when we had Bloomberg mention Vivi, which is 9.2 million followers over on the Twitter. Everyone that's in finance knows who that is. A lot of people go and they read it. They pay the $5 a month, however much it is. A couple people were salty that it didn't mention OMI. It's like, okay, well, the article was about digital collectibles, and OMI, even though it'll be used in order to buy digital collectibles, right now it currently has no utility. It will implement, and as it goes on, once they do get utility, they will do exchanges, they will do advertising, as they've advertised recently for Vivi. But speaking of Vivi, we did have about 1.2 million the last 7 days go into the Vivi app with the respective gems. At least the amount of gems that were bought went in. We have Rudy Garcia saying, like, spent the day at Florence, Italy, and got to see the works of Michelangelo where he lived, so I had to introduce the city to Vivi Official. He goes and introduces them to a picture of Spider-Ham and then a Vivi photo in there as well. Thought that was really cool. Then you have a Darth Vader up there as well, and I think an Iron Man in the other picture that I can't see. Anyway, I just thought that was dope. Another thing that I think is dope is Mr. Rolex. Master Collector has finally reached level 100. Absolutely bananas. Getting 10,000 points a day. Has over 5 million points. There are a couple of other people that have level 100. He's not the first. He won't be the last. Obviously, the major one is Dr. Prophet that has like 17,000 different collectibles and comics. I don't know how many points he's getting a day, but he has about 3x the amount of points that Mr. Rolex has. He has about almost 15 million at that time. I will address this just because Sergio Rodriguez did a thing saying, Vivi killed Quid and Recur, which that wasn't Vivi's intention. Vivi really wants other companies to join the space, like Cryptoys. You saw David post a picture with Todd McFarlane over Comic-Con weekend, meaning like he's a fan. But Todd did go and post a video kind of taking jabs at Vivi, saying, oh, hey, this is my Todd that, I'm going to get money for because I have it from start to finish. We're not just a company that had gone and used somebody else's artwork, which, again, we are this was not the fault of Vivi. It was like, hey, DC Direct, we have a partnership. Let's go and do stuff. And one of the things that they did was go and make a digital version of my sweetheart over there, the Todd. And everyone in comics knows the Todd. A lot of people that are in Vivi had no idea who Todd McFarlane was before Vivi. And I think a lot of the people that are buying some of those Todd McFarlane statues, whether they're Todd McFarlane, the Batmobile, the Superman that you can't up the size past 6 inches, I feel like that's a lot of those people are Vivi peeps, or at least former Vivi peeps. But I feel like a lot of people really have to understand that as much as I really like Cryptoys because they're modeling themselves after Vivi, which is the gold standard, the system of success, I think they'll carve out something that'll do fairly well. I think Todd McFarlane, just because of who he is in the comic book world, as long as those comic book peeps come over and they understand how to use Matic, they understand Web3, which I'll imagine there'll be educational spaces on that, helping those people along. He'll probably carve out a space for himself as well and have certain things be successful. But that, I don't know, kind of going taking shots to the person that like made you a big name in the digital collectible space is not really something that I would do. But again, if he's just trying to get the interaction, which making me talk about him, that is probably something that is up to him. It's his choice. That being said, once the Vivi MCP is up and running, like not just like, hey, we're able to use our MCP points, but we're able to go and we have, kind of the same thing as Hero, like we have a leaderboard and whatever. Every dollar spent on competitive platforms is less money spent on Vivi, and less of a rank that you're going to get. Other people will use that, like, oh, you're spending money on this? Well, I'm going to now pass you on Vivi. Everyone's going to come back. Again, the more time you spend away, the others more will gain on you in the Vivi app. And maybe some don't care about that. Maybe some don't care about the leaderboard. They're just there for the personal collections, which is fine. To be honest, I tell myself that I won't care, but I'll care. I'll it's like when you go on the treadmill at the gym and, I got to keep on running until the other guy next to me gets off. Now, how many people are like that? I guarantee, like, I don't think women are that competitive. I think they're just, they do their own workout. They don't really pay attention. But if you're a guy at the gym, you kind of want to lift a little more weight than the next guy. You want to last a little longer on the treadmill than the next guy. And it's going to be the same thing with Vivi. I know this. I know this. But again, when that happens, NFTs on the other platforms, I think will probably have a little bit of a dip. Kind of that what you saw with Recur. And again, every dollar spent outside of Vivi will hurt the customer's ability to thrive on Vivi. Anyway, Sergio also posts a video from Ecomi, and Ecomi had why he posted a video, Ecomi's first video that they put on their YouTube channel is because Ecomi had actually deleted a bunch of their videos off their YouTube channel. There's only one left. It's the video that Sergio had gone and posted. There's a lot of speculation why they did that. Obviously, there's the Fudsters are going to be like, oh, it's because they're abandoning the token. Like, freaking morons. But we could play those dominoes out. It's like, okay, well, what could be the negative things on why Ecomi had deleted some of their stuff? Maybe because, well, I mean, let's do it actually. Most likely it's because they have things that in their interviews that they'd posted on there that they said were going to happen that would have labeled them as security, and now they had to abandon or find ways around that so that they don't become a security, and they just don't want new people coming in watching all their old videos and getting confused. Again, that's most likely the reason. Any type of bad scenario would be, I can't even think of a worst case scenario. They got a cease and desist from someone saying you can't use this and take this down or I'll sue. So they're forced to take it down and they're kowtowing to someone, which again, there's zero evidence of that out there. But the most likely scenario is just that they don't want new people getting confused, watching old videos. How I think this can be really good for Ecomi is that it kind of forces them to make new content. Hey, Ecomi, your YouTube channel hasn't uploaded a video in X amount of years. What's up with that? I don't think they would have gone on and deleted those videos if newer videos weren't about to come out in this next quarter or these next couple quarters before the end of the year. So I do see that as a good sign. Forces them to make a little more content, and they wouldn't have done that until they're ready to upload more videos. So I'm pretty excited about that. I did get a couple of, just to correct something from yesterday. Yesterday where I said, oh, hey, if you have a gold and Vivi, a gold and silver Vivi logo, you get to have FaceTime with the CEO and the COO. When I said FaceTime, I meant like, okay, let's say if you sit at the counter of a diner. You get FaceTime with the owner, with the waitresses, with people walking back and forth. You get to talk to them. I didn't mean that you get to do a FaceTime one-on-one with David and Dan. Like you don't get that. Like you don't get to go on the FaceTime app or a Skype app and get like a FaceTime. I mean that you just get a one-to-one, like a FaceTime. You get to spend time with them face-to-face, in person. It's wild that a lot of people thought that FaceTime was the actual thing and not what FaceTime used to mean. It's the world we live in. But that being said, how much would you pay? Now, obviously, this is really not fair to compare to Steve Jobs because Steve Jobs is now gone. So obviously, everyone would pay a bunch amount of money in order to spend time with him. So instead of him, let's use Elon Musk. Let's use Jeff Bezos. How much would you pay in order to get something? It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a ticket. It could be a piece of deodorant. It could be whatever it is. How much would you pay for an item in order to be able to spend, I don't know, 30 minutes with them twice a year? Thousands. Like tens of that. Like, especially if there's a limited amount of only 500, 100K. Again, let's go with this. For, let's say, presidential dinners, where you have to pay, like, what is it? $10,000 a plate, or is it $30,000? I think it's $10,000 for the vice president. The presidential dinners, I think, are $30,000 a plate, and you maybe, if you're lucky, get to spend like a minute with the president talking. Most times you'll get the vice president. So $30,000 plate, you don't get a guaranteed minute with the president. Freaking wild. What we saw last year with the two things that got utility, which was the David Warhol and the Gary Baseman 1-of-1. Those, on average, those had gotten $23,000 worth of, that was their price in order to get a lunch or dinner with David. So like that's already right now. You're able to go and get a solid half hour or like more than that when you're at that party that is at the after party of every Comic-Con, of every D-Con. So that gold and silver logo, in my opinion, in the next couple of years, once people know who David is and they get to, and Dan too, yeah, that's going to be easily well into the 5 figures, if not 6 figures. Again, I think the partner statue is more popular. I think the Secret Rare Spider-Man, the Secret Rare Miles Morales, I think there is multiple other things on that app that's more popular. Even the stuff that's not as popular, that doesn't do that well, like Moana. Moana's worldwide, known around the world. Vivi is not. Vivi is known by a very select few people. But the price is what you pay, and the value is what you get. That is two very different things. You pay the price, whatever it is, but what value do you get out of that? The value of that, how to gauge that price to be able to hang with those billionaires is invaluable. It's whatever someone's willing to pay. And I guarantee you there are going to be multiple high net worth people that are going to go and get those. So like I said, I have two. If I can get lucky and I could really pack my OMI bags up to a point where it's like, okay, I'll start focusing on NFTs, I'll go back and buy another one. But that being said, one of the other things I'm going to focus on is what Vivi had gone on and announced today, which is heckin' amazing. I say, boom! Put your quarter in and press start. Disney's Wreck-It Ralph arcade character series is coming to Vivi. And not only that, but they talk about a pencil, saying this airdrop Disney Wreck-It Ralph pencil is the first of 5 Walt Disney Animation Studio collectibles to be used to craft an animation desk. Purchase any one of the Wreck-It Ralph arcade characters, we'll go over them in a minute, the series collectibles via blind box to be airdropped 1 pencil. All 5 pencils will be used to craft the animation desk, and the details are on the blog. Which I'll read to you right now. So the Wreck-It Ralph, which there's a couple of things I have to go over with that, and I'll go over a lot of that on drop day as well. But for this is a pretty normal drop. You do have Fix-It Felix, who is the rare. He is going to be animated, and he's going to have sound. I'm not sure what sound it's going to be, but there are 2012 of him. So there'll be 1922, but 2012, I think, because that's when the movie came out. It's $40, and then you have actually Ralph, who is the ultra rare. There's $14.89, so it's going to be $13.99 of him. And then you have Vanellope, who is the secret rare at $999, which means there's going to be 909 of them. Again, $40 a piece. This is fine. Whatever you want to get, sure. Will some go into retail? At this point, I don't think it matters because you're going to get airdropped that pencil. And again, what is that pencil going to do? You're going to get 5 pencils, and you're going to be able to get that desk. Now, we don't know. Now, it says craft. So I think the pencils are going to be... They might be its own set. They might be part of the Wreck-It Ralph set or part of their own set. Like the Disney door is a part of those Platinum Moments set. Same thing with the potions. You know, the potions and that as well. So we don't know if it's going to be its own set. We don't know if it's going to be part of the set that it's in. But there's going to be a lot of them. However many you have, there's going to be thousands of these, tens of thousands for all 5. So what are the 4 other things? We have Disney's Wreck-It Ralph. That's one of them. Disney's Frozen Arendelle character series. All right, now we already have Elsa, but that doesn't mean we won't get another. I mean, we already had a R2-D2 and C-3PO. We got another. We already had a Golden Moments Iron Man. We got another. So I feel like with Elsa, we're probably going to get another. We might get an Anna. We might get a Kristoff. I hope we get a Sven. Oh, I hope we get an Olaf. Either way, there's so many different characters that we could get in there. That's one of them, which I'm really excited for. And then we have, oh my god, this was my favorite, Disney's The Lion King Pride Rock character series. Oh my god, give me Mufasa. I'll buy one of the other ones, like the cheapest on the market, whatever. That's fine, I don't care. But this Mufasa, I don't know about you. Feeling 22. This is like, yeah, I get it. There's a bunch of TV dads that were good back in the day. You had Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince. You had Carl Winslow from Family Matters. Really good TV dads. Not going to mention Bill Cosby in that. But you have some really good lessons that the father gives you. Like, you have some really good lessons that Mufasa, James Earl Jones, that he gives you. And I wish we had more of them. And he doesn't have a ton of lines in there. He doesn't have a ton of screen time. Heck, he dies halfway through. Disney was freaking savage with that. They don't just kill him off screen. They show a body. Anyway, I'm getting a little dark on this. I will use whatever money I have at that time. Whenever we get him, it's going to be before the end of the year. I will go and unload it all for him. Outside of that, we do have Disney's Peter Pan Neverland character series. I've never really been a big fan of Peter Pan. You know, that's kind of like a syndrome that people have, Peter Pan syndrome. They never want to grow up. He's fine. Wendy's fine. Every single girl that I know thoroughly enjoys Tinkerbell. It doesn't matter if they don't like Disney. Oh, I like Tinkerbell. Like, it doesn't matter. She is one of the main mascots of Disney. She is in every single thing with the little, you know, with her wand and all that. Yeah, that's going to be a big one if she's in there. She might be in the Platinum Moments as well. Then we have Disney's Aladdin, the Diamond in the Rough character series. So Prince Ali, oh, love him. Robin Williams, the genie, oh god, that's probably going to be the chase for that one. That's going to be the one that everyone wants. Jasmine's cool, Jafar is cool. We already have Jafar. I have him in the little evil Disney villains. So that'll be fun. But all of these are going to be dropped before December 31st. And if you have all of these, all of their pencils that go along with them, that's going to be used for the crafting by December 31st. Anywho, moving on. I had convinced a whale of mine. I was like, oh, hey, the new whale I've been advising. You didn't get a Spider Ham? You get a Spider Ham. You got a Spider Ham number 67. A nice sub 100. Thought it was really good. All right, this week's social sweepstakes is going down on YouTube Shorts. I am so excited that Vivi is going and making these YouTube Shorts. Shorts are something that is going to be that's just what a lot of content is now, whether it's Reels on Facebook or Instagram, whether it's TikTok, YouTube Shorts. That's what a lot of the algorithms are pushing. So I'm really excited for Vivi to go and do Shorts. They had also mentioned that, like, hey, like us on TikTok as well. They're going to start making content with that. They're really going to push out this marketing over the next couple of quarters, and I cannot wait. But anyway, enter your chance to win a rare, ultra rare, or secret rare cover of the Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 1976, number 98. Entry is simple. Visit the link that they show on Twitter, but you can just subscribe to their YouTube channel. Comment on the video with your favorite of the 5 covers and your Vivi username, and you must be subscribed to their YouTube channel to win. That's it. Entries close on 27 July at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 3 lucky winners will be announced on Twitter on 28 Friday. That is July at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. On other news, we have Brock McBlockchain saying, reminder, I don't care if you mint, just know all the bonuses and perks are just for those that have minted and do mint. Free Feesh or fiat purchase ones are part of the standard experience and get the fun of Feesh, just not the extras that are incoming. So he posts that. If you want, just go to the Feesh cord, or I think link down below. Link down below to mint a Feesh, and then or just go to his Twitter, and that's fine. Moving on. Oh, we had a what do we have here? 13. All right, so we had a sale for a secret rare Stanley number 91 at $1,200. So that one again, just sales data for you right there. Also, other people were talking about the number 40 Black Panther Ultimate Animated. Yes, it is a sub 40. It has gone down. So there's 2 different ways that this could have happened. One, it's back in the day, what they used to do to the Vivi, they used to do for the people that worked for Vivi, is that they would give them sometimes give them a sub 40, just like, hey, you work for us, here you go, please hold these, please do not sell. It's going to cause a ruckus, and clearly it has. So it could be one of them, and maybe the time is up for them to say, oh, I'm going to sell one of my sub 41s, which is fine. They go and they do that, and how many of these are actually going to surface? I don't know. Does this take away from the number 41? I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible, but before this, I've said, hey guys, listen. With something like Marvel or Disney, most likely the sub 41s will never see the light of day. With the Vivi logos, however, if there's any collectible that they're going to release the sub 41s on, it's probably going to be the Vivi logos. So not only did I overpay for those, but I definitely have that chance of them releasing those. But the reason why they don't release them a lot between the Star Wars license, the Fox license, whatever, is because it does go to the licensor. Like, it's not just held by Vivi. They are held for quality control, for quality check, but it does go to the licensor. So this person is either from the licensor, or it's from the Vivi team, or because this person is only a Diamond 3, it is Hitchcock. Because he's only and he's got the Alfred Hitchcock picture there. Because he's only a Diamond 3, only 34 collectibles, I really don't think that and he only has 4 sets. I don't think that he's anyone super high up, super important, super has a lot of money, or else he'd probably, be putting a lot into this. I think he might have just won an event. Like, how did you get the number 40 and number 39 Red Skull? Well, you had to be a part of that Marvel Comics, like their actual comic thing where you pay like $10 a month for it. They're now rolling they're rolling everything into one separate thing. I do think Vivi's going to have a big role to play in that. I have mentioned that on videos before, those theories, etc. Because again, you do happen to have, whether it's in the She-Hulk series or whether it's in any series on Disney Plus, like Moon Knight, you go and you have QR codes in that. They're going to have that as well for Daredevil Born Again. That happens either later this year or early next year. Speaking of which, we do have Secret Wars. The ending is tomorrow, and then we also have the series finale is tomorrow, and then we also have the Ahsoka series starting in a couple weeks. So hopefully we get a couple more Star Wars NFTs. I think that'd be dope. Anyway, he could just be one of those people that won an event, and it was just gifted to him. He's got a redemption code or whatever, so it doesn't have to be anything crazy. But just throwing it out there. Oh, also more of that Vivi Golden logo. If you have one. Or if you have one and you were looking to go and use some of that utility, there was Jim Blair that was able to claim his Frankenfat, which he did not claim last year at not San Diego. He did not claim last year at DesignerCon. He claimed it this year at the event, while also getting 2 of those new Monkey See, Monkey Hear, all those things. So in case you missed it last year. And this year, you will most likely be able to go and redeem that at New York Comic Con, not at the actual con, but at an after party. And if not at the actual after party for there, it'll probably be Designer Con. We'll wait for the official announcement on that. Also, the Ecomi Twitter has been very, very, they've been very active, just retweeting a lot of Vivi stuff as well, which I thought was really cool of them. Anyway, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Meow, meow, meow. Sorry for the 25-minute video. Meow.